break. So I'm going to play a little short ad, and we will be right back.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting. The best in paranormal talk radio.
Thank you for listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. The time is 45 minutes after the hour. And we're back because I can do that. No, but we are back. This has been such a fascinating discussion that I just completely lost track. So thank y'all for your patience. And we're talking about the suicide forest, the Japanese suicide forest. Are there any other places that you're aware of on the planet that have that effect on people?
Well, I'm always searching for locations, and I do a bunch of research on different places, and we do radio shows on some of those places, and I haven't found any yet that are that intense. You know what I mean?
I do. And if you do find one, I want to know about it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What are some of the most, what is your favorite topic of the shows that you've done? Because your show is topic based. You research intensely, and your presentation, by the way, is impeccable. I love how you present the information. But what so far has been your favorite show, and why?
Well, I think you're probably going to know what I'm going to say about this.
I've got an idea, but I'm not positive.
When I do research and hauntings, dealing with serial killers.
Okay, then I was right. You were right, I did know that, but I wasn't certain.
And it's because ever since I was a little kid, my mom would get the True Detective magazines, and I would sneak and read them and get caught and get in trouble, because back in the 70s, that was pretty racy material for a child to be reading. Yes. But talking about different topics like rapes and killings, being a 7-year-old child, 8-year-old child, and wanting to read those, not for the horrific crime, but what fascinated me was, what fascinated me was how the detectives caught the killers, the mistakes that the killers made. So, now when you take these serial killers and then you turn in hauntings to do with their locations and, where they've committed these crimes, that just makes it even more fascinating for me.
I found myself listening to that show because I have re-aired it when there was a need for something to fill in, and that's my favorite show of yours. Well, one of them. You have actually a lot of them that I like, but that seems to always be a crowd favorite. Everybody loves that show. And
I'm going to make everyone happy because what we're working on in the future lineup here real soon is going to focus on international serial killers. So that's going to be a great show too.
That will be a great show, because I'm going to tell you that the reaction to your serial killers and the hauntings that surround them were absolutely phenomenal. that probably is the most requested replay that I get. And because it's such great information, because you can tell on every show that you do how much work you put into it. And
Yeah.
people appreciate that.
Well,
And
I mean, I just think that with our show being an information show, I think that it's awesome that people can walk away with something. You know, it's I like to research and find things that aren't well known. You know, that people can walk away and it's like, oh wow, I didn't know that. You know.
well, I do that from almost all of your shows. Well, because you dig so deep in your research, you're so dedicated to getting that information.
Yes, and I do every other show solo, and Kristen, one of my team members, is on every other show with me, and she does a fantastic job with helping to, research and
Yes, she does.
put the information together for our shows.
And she's a good presenter as well.
Yes, she does a great job. She does.
So the two of y'all make a dynamic duo.
Well, and if you can learn something, I always say, knowledge is power, and essentially it is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It is. Well, that's why I always like to do residential investigations cold, because I don't want to go in with preconceived notions. But when you're going into a public investigation, there's so much information that's already out there. I'll research to find out what's true, what's just, this person said that happened, but that's the only, documented case of somebody saying that, versus things that happen multiple times, like residual hauntings.
yeah,
But-
and you have to do that, sure.
Yeah, because if you've already got documented residual hauntings, I want to go find the weird things.
Mm-hmm.
And, I want to get evidence people don't already have. It's hard to do sometimes, but it's awfully fun to do it. And your information goes off the beaten path. And it's just really, it makes it that much more fun.
Well, and I'm such a nerd when it comes to, like, I might be reading about something and then it gives me questions about, so I might take one simple little topic, and by the end of the day, I've read like a dozen things relating to it, because that's where my mind goes,
Into the rabbit hole.
That's right.
I live in rabbit holes because...
I'm a little nerdish that way.
Ditto. Well, because I'm writing, I'm researching for shows, I'm constantly... Because I don't want to interview somebody and not have read at least one piece in their body of work, right? So
Right,
I'm reading all
right.
the time, I'm researching all the time, I'm writing all the time, I'm trying to get, professional at this production stuff. I am doing pretty good. Today was a glitch, but I can live with that. And usually I'm going to blame you because it's a jail show. And I am
Yep.
I am not taking the rap for that one. But, we're always trying to do so much. You're trying to run businesses. I'm trying to run a business. And this is just a wonderful chance to learn stuff. And I am constantly in the rabbit hole because, oh, look, there's somebody that has something else to say on this. Click, 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 click,
Right.
click, click, click.
Right? And then you have to use your logical mind to decide,
Yeah. Well, I have to decide at what point I'm going to stop. Because I'll go for days. But, I want you. I know we've got 4 minutes or 3.5 minutes, and that's plenty of time. But I want you to go ahead and let people know what you've got coming up at the jail if you want to. And I also would like it if you tell people how to find you.
Okay, well, there's a few ways to find me. Through my website, 187pi.com. That's also the email address. You can also use the search feature at Facebook and type 187pi in there, and our Facebook page will pop up. If you type in Ghost Talk Radio, the show page will pop up. Give us a like. YouTube channel, just search my name or 187pi, and you can see some of the videos. I think we have all the game theme little teasers are there, plus a bunch of evidence that I've collected over the years is there. In May, we're going to be at the Ohio State Reformatory Paracon. You're going to come to that one too, yeah, Kat?
I am going to be there at that one, representing
Yes,
both you and WBHM.
Yes, so May 4th and 5th will be at Ohio State Reformatory. And then in July is the Gettysburg in Pennsylvania, right? The end of July, 27th
Yes.
through the 29th.
The
we'll be there.
Gettysburg Battlefield Bash.
Yes, we'll be there. On the Facebook page and at the website, all the events that's going on at the jail are posted. Also, people, if you want to investigate it privately, we allow that too, and that's where you book that stuff. Gosh. There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
We're going to have a mystical night where if you want to get a tarot or crystal ball reading or a palm reading, we're going to have those nights at the jail.
We have everything going on.
I'll tell you, you might as well. You know what I mean? Just do it all.
Well, you've got serious goals.
I do.
So, and you have to have means to achieve them. And you're not exploiting, which is one of my very favorite things about you. You don't exploit the facility and the spirits. They have their choice to interact. And you let them know what's going on. And you let the jail stay true to the jail.
And that's the goal. I'm just trying to fix it up. Yeah. Because, it's 140 some years old. It needs work.
It needs love. And you have love for it.
Yes.
And that being said, we are out of time. So thank you so much for being here tonight.
Oh, you are so welcome anytime. I got my start on your show, as a guest.
Well, you're brilliant, so it was awesome. And I love every conversation we have, whether it's on the air or on our road trips or, just hanging around the house and think, oh, I'm going to call and see what's up. It's always a good day and always a good conversation.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for that. I like it when your coworkers are your friends.
Oh, yes, it's very nice.
Yes. And that being said, everyone, we are done. I hope that you will enjoy the rest of the week's shows. We are going to have a really good time as we get into the rest of the week. Tomorrow night will be Periscope Uncensored.